Top of the morning to you all. I am in a different location today. I am on holiday, but I still wanted to bring you a message. And I'm going to tell you something now. Years ago when I was a kid, I was terrified of bees and wasps, hornets, things like that. For me to sit right next to this lavender with these bees is phenomenal. And I overcame that fear, but I was only able to overcome that fear by kind of pushing myself to be around those animals, like being around bees in beehives. I actually had a bee suit on and it did kind of cure that fear. So what is fear? Fear is just something that we don't know, isn't it? We don't know what the outcomes are going to be, so fear kind of keeps us safe. So I don't know why that's relevant today, but I feel like it's relevant. So let's get into this and see what we have for you right now. Keep that thought in mind. What are you afraid of? What is your phobia, your fear? We have the Thunderbolt, sudden change, power, energy. Wow. So today feels like a very energetic day. There's going to be a sudden surge of energy or sudden change to you. So perhaps you are going to overcome a fear today. Maybe you've been working towards this for some time and now it is about to happen. Let's see what your runes are telling us. We have Algiz. I'm going to pick 3 runes and then I'm going to talk about them. Ooh, I'm starting to get the picture now. Okay. So, your fear, I feel, has been about abandonment, being rejected, that kind of thing. But I feel like recently there's been a sudden surge of energy or change or shift where you've set some boundaries. That's what Algiz is talking about. You have actually had a realization of maybe where you've been disrespected. There's this feeling of like, that didn't feel very good, that didn't feel very nice, I don't feel respected. And maybe previously your fear of abandonment has overridden your ability to keep yourself safe or protected. So you may have overridden that because the fear of being abandoned was more, if that makes sense. But Uruz is here to say that actually you've kind of summoned the strength, the resilience, the ability to overcome that fear now. And actually you're starting to feel more comfortable and safe within yourself. But being by yourself or doing things, being the one to make decisions and lead things is very scary for you, I feel. But you are starting to do that now. You are moving more into that energy of determination and strength and resilience. And that brings you into Bacano, which is a brand new beginning. Something refreshing is happening in your life. That is what this Thunderbolt is bringing. That's what this sudden surge of energy that's coming through is telling you. Now, I'm seeing something here. It's going to sound really random, about Ghostbusters. Do you remember that film Ghostbusters? There's something about that could be relevant to you. It's about that, you know, at the end of it where they're on about the gatekeeper. Are you the gatekeeper? So this sounds to me like soulmate-y kind of thing, where it's sort of, you've had the ability to overcome a fear that's actually aligning you with the right key, the right hole. That sounds bad. Yeah. Like one of you holds the key and one of you has the lock. And in you honouring your boundaries, not allowing the fear of rejection or abandonment stop you or keep you stuck in something that is comfortably uncomfortable. Someone's had that change. Let's get into the tarot cards to see what do you need to know right now to help you move forward, because I feel like there's still an element of fear there. It's like, am I doing the right thing? It's like you're out on the ledge and you're terrified right now, but it's all good. Oh, it's suddenly gone really hot. I don't know why I've got a jumper on. Okay, so there's a fear here around like losing out, especially financially or materially. There could be questions around your job or things that you're doing. But what they're saying to you, what they're guiding you to do is keep knowing and understanding your role, your responsibility, stick in your lane, stay in your lane and don't worry about it. Yes, something didn't quite work out the way that you hoped or thought that it was going to be, but question yourself, why did you want that to work out? Why was that so important to you? Was it because it's actually what you wanted, or is it because that's all you thought you could get? What else do we have for you on here? Okay, so justice in reverse. You may have been lying to yourself for a long time. You may have been gaslighting yourself about how happy you are with the situation or what it is that you want. I feel like some of your friends or family members, they've realised that you were lying to yourself. Like they've realised that you were trying to convince yourself of something here. But they also see now this change in you where you aren't doing that anymore. You're honouring yourself more. You're listening to yourself more and being guided by the truth. Something about the month of November could be significant around this as well. There could have been a realisation around that time or an event that happened. Perhaps that's an anniversary or significant date. Okay. What's happening here is you don't want to lose this sort of vibe, this feeling that you're in right now, that's pushing you forward, that's got this energy to it. Okay. So there's a fear, there may be a fear around you losing that and just going back to the comfort zone. For some of you, that's what you're feeling. What you're being guided on here is to emotionally express that. Don't keep that within, because I feel like that's probably where things haven't been great for you before, is because you kind of kept those things hidden. You haven't really expressed them or let them out. But now is that time for you to really, all right, shut up. Really allow yourself to be seen and heard. Allow that emotional vulnerability to come out. That's a baby seagull, and he's been on the roof banging a little plastic sausage thing around. It's really funny. Anyway, let's get back to your reading. So, what do you need to know? I'm actually going to say, what is the next step for you? There's something definitely about like ghosts, aliens, things like that. I don't know if you've been looking into paranormal gatherings, things like that, or that's something that really interests you at the moment. Okay, a lot of these are coming out in the reverse position. So there's a feeling of loss here. There's a feeling of somebody putting up their boundaries are quite strong. The determination you've got. Just make sure that you are soft with yourself, okay? Don't be really hard and harsh with yourself. Just go with the flow. Be aware of your fears, but don't allow them to hold you back. So you can override them or get past them. For some of you, the scary thing here is you being the one to walk away from a situation. That's the scary thing. But let's see what happens when you do that. Some of you have already done that, or some of you are thinking about that. When you walk away from this situation. Okay, when you walk away from the situation, the biggest fear that you have is people gossiping about you, people talking about you, or you being painted in a bad light around this. For some, this is what's already happening in your life. But with Uruz and this Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, keep moving slowly and steadily. Take each day at a time. Take it one step at a time. There is no rush here. But do not lie to yourself anymore. Do not convince yourself anymore. We just had the Queen of Cups, and now we've got the King of Cups coming out. There's a lot to do with emotional fulfillment, release, that's going to create that flow. I feel like somebody here, you know already that this isn't healthy for you, and that there's fear that surrounds this situation. And the only way to step out of that is to get into your feels, is to do that inner self work. And when I say inner self work, I basically mean ask your body, your mind, your spirit, how do I feel? How do I really feel in this situation? Any situation you're in, listen to your body. Am I feeling something here? Am I getting a churning in my stomach? Do things seem to just go wrong? They're all signs of what isn't really working for you, and there's something that you are ignoring in your life, and I feel like it's got something to do with a union. There is some